Nobody outside of Kentucky cares about that rivalry.
Exactly.
Who cares outside?
Wins 2015 or 2010, and everybody is saying 2015. So
just got back up here, John, a couple days ago. So been in the gym a little bit. Me and Joey been in the gym working out together.
As Duke fans, as Duke coaches, because I get excited over there, even in my suit, grabbing Coach Tyler's leg, like.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with my guy, Ryan, the Duke Nation. Obviously, this week, another, I feel like we've gone through this like 5 times already in the past 2 years. Just some bad news with Duke. They had multiple COVID tests, multiple positives for COVID-19 amongst the team. Obviously, they were scheduled to play Wednesday. Who are we scheduled to play?
Clemson Wednesday, Notre Dame Saturday.
Yeah, that's why you're here. Clemson Wednesday, Notre Dame Saturday. We're both on the road. So I'm just here with Ryan. We're going to talk a little bit about what we know. Obviously, I guess I and somebody else. Shout out to Keep Blitzing, Carolina Blitz, who also found out last night about this news, and I hit the timeline a little bit that something bad was coming, obviously, and that we should not expect to play these games this week. But me personally, I got a couple calls last night, and I kind of, I was with my family, so I couldn't get to them, and then I saw the 5 texts I was missing. I already knew what it was. I knew it's COVID, especially with these times. But I guess, Ryan, what was your first reaction when you heard from me?
Yeah, my initial reaction was, well, thankfully for our community, we have our insider. Obviously, we're glad we got Zion on our side. That was too easy. But I think it was, at first it was disappointment. Like, I was looking forward to a couple of road games this week, but once you and I started talking, we kind of realized that if the majority of the team gets positive tests now, this most likely cannot happen for whatever the time frame is, and they should have some immunity. So I guess I'd rather have it happen now than beginning or end of March, especially if the team's on a roll. I don't think they're losing much momentum. Sounds like most of the guys are feeling fine. So I don't know how it works. I don't know how quarantine works right now, if they can still go get shots up on their own and get their own workouts in if they're feeling fine. So, but yeah, I'm glad it happened now. Obviously, I couldn't even imagine this happening in March for Coach K's last season. Like, yeah, heartbreaking. I feel really bad for I saw a lot of people tweeting about how they just got Christmas gifts for tickets to go to each of these games. I feel really bad for those people. Hopefully, the majority of people can get to those games if they are made up. But yeah, I'm okay with the timing of it, at least.
From what people told me, this is at least 7 guys. So it might be more. Next time, we don't know with testing, but it was
real quick. I know we're obviously not going to name names, but break down what went into the decision yesterday. Like, there was some talk of maybe possibly still playing with a smaller squad, even with some walk-ons and stuff. But what did you hear that kind of prompted all of this?
Yeah, shout out to the person who told me, because I know you're probably watching this. But he probably wants to. He or she probably wants to remain nameless, but yeah, I think it was initially 7 or initially 6, and they were thinking about playing. I can't name names. I'm not going to name names, but they were thinking about playing with 7 people, and
it wasn't like star players. We'll put it that.
Obviously, yeah, it was a mix. There was a lot. Yeah. There was some key players, but the 7 would have been walk-ons. It would have been like walk-ons playing. So it wouldn't have been like, obviously all the rotational players are available. But, they were thinking about playing, and then another one came back positive that kind of, eliminated that option. But, yeah, we possibly could have played Wednesday. And that would have been kind of fun to me. I don't know.
I would have been okay with it. A 2 p.m. game on a Wednesday at Clemson with a couple walk-ons, a couple of our studs playing, like that would have been kind of funny to watch because, like, it obviously doesn't hurt your resume. You're just kind of going out there to play, and it would. I don't know. It would have been entertaining, but I mean, obviously for the better, they're not playing. But yeah, I agree with you. That would have been kind of fun to watch.
I mean, Colin Sexton did it with four guys on his team. You know, like, so hey, that would have been fun if one of our star players was there. You know, that could have been fun to watch. But obviously, at that point, once you don't reach the limit amount of players, you can't play. So I think at least like you said, I think all of them. I think most of the players were asymptomatic, so they should be fine. And I know some of them have actually had it before, so it's definitely better this time around for them. But we're not ruling it happening not happening in the future now. We still don't know. But
yeah, because there's still guys that tested negative, so there's still guys in the team that could be susceptible to getting it whenever, I guess. So
yeah, but we've seen. I think I've seen the overreactions from Duke Twitter, the fans kind of blaming people, blaming players. I will say a lot of people did expect this. Like I personally did expect this. I don't know about you. I expected this. Like we're gonna have some type of positives, but we were still probably gonna play because these positives were going to be over break. So maybe everyone's not in contact with each other. But from what I was told, allegedly, we cannot blame the players for this one. This is possibly. See, I'm just dancing around. I'm not saying
you could just say because it's allegedly.
It's allegedly. Allegedly, it's Virginia Tech's fault because Virginia Tech played with a positive against Duke and didn't report it. And I think we kind of saw that not confirmation, but we saw, that could be possibly true because Virginia Tech now is on pause with their game against Carolina. So that's what I heard. I don't know.
It was good. It credited your source a lot when you said to me last night, Virginia Tech had a positive that they didn't say anything about, and then the next day Virginia Tech goes on pause with COVID issues as well. So it was like put two and two together. Obviously, we can't. No one can verify. Not even the teams probably can't even verify that happened and that it caused the spread to go through Duke. But like, I mean, that doesn't look very good. And to anybody who's, like you said, blaming the players and blaming coaches and stuff for this, man, I mean, come on, these guys went home for break. They had a few days off. They got to go home for Christmas, regardless of where it happened. I would never put this blame on the players, and no one's sick according to your source. And most are asymptomatic. So, I mean, no one's in the hospital. Thankfully, everybody's doing okay. So I don't think it's right to blame anybody on the staff or on the roster for this outbreak. So
yeah, especially I've seen tweets from Nolan Smith's wife that a lot of people have been speculating of how no one got COVID and whatnot, but that's not important. That's really not important at all. Like I think as a fan base, we shouldn't do that stuff and kind of harp on how it happened. It happened. We're in some weird times. You don't know how you could get sick at this point. You could take all precautionary measures and wear your mask and get vaccinated, and you can still get it. So it's not important how it happened. It just happened. It happened, and you just have to move on and hope everybody recovers. At least Coach K. We got to give Coach K credit, number one. Coach K and Tony Bennett for fixing the ACC rule of the forfeit. So if Coach K did not push for this, we would have been 0-2 in ACC play. It wouldn't affect our over. Oh yeah, 1-2 in ACC play, and that's for games that we probably should win. So like, it's good that they fixed that rule, and Duke won't be affected by this. You just focus on recovering and rescheduling games.
Yeah, definitely. And like the NCAA as a whole has to do something about all of this. There's no alignment. And I mean, we could talk hours about the NCAA's leadership issues that they have right now, but just there's no consistency. I think Mr. Jeff Goodman tweeted out that the Big 12 is hardly even testing any of their players and teams when they come back from break. So they're obviously not going to have any pauses. There's just no consistency around the country. So going forward, especially as conference play goes on and the tournament gets here, it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. It'll be interesting if there's no alignment across the country.
It's a long season. There's plenty of basketball left to play next Tuesday. I think they'll be back next. I hope so.
I don't know enough about this variant and how long it stays and how long they have to sit out for. I've heard 10 days, so that could be an issue if it is next Tuesday. That's only like 7 or 8 days from probably 8 or 9 days actually since their positive tests. So, and I think somebody said, I don't know if it was publicly or not, but somebody said that they're trying to figure out if the Georgia Tech game can still be played. So, I guess we'll wait and see. Zion will let us know a day or two early.
No, we'll be back live. I guess hopefully next Tuesday after Georgia Tech. No games this week, so do what you can to clear your mind. Have a good New Year's, happy holidays, and all that. And we'll be back soon.
Sweet, appreciate y'all.